going on? It's Feral Fridays. First time came up with that because the guest is here. Colby popping a triple S cherry again on this show. This is Colby. What was that?
What was that? A triple
what? S cherry. Stephie Smalls Show cherry. You've never been on before.
Yes. We've been planning on doing this since I got my dog. So she was 7 weeks old when I got her. That was the day you're like, hey, I'm trying to get you on.
Yeah, shout out Palmer.
She's 5 months old now. She was 7 weeks.
Guys, yeah. Okay. Anyways, back to you. You're with betting news. What's up? Tell the people who you are. Like, what's your deal? You're pretty funny. You're a home run guy, kind of a psychopath like me, a little loud.
I mean, I'm just myself. I'm that's all I am. Anything that you see on my socials, it's 1000% the guy you would meet. Actually, I'm probably more calm in person. My girlfriend.
I always say that too. Like I feel like you think you're going to meet me and I'm going to scream in your face. Like, I'm not going to scream in your face.
Oh, no. It's not a bit, but I guess it seems like it is. It's not a bit. Like, it comes out of me. It's legitimately in there. It's hiding. But, like, I'm almost 30 years old. I can't be just up and screaming in public. Also, hate people like me. I hate loud people.
Yeah, same.
If you're like the same person as me, I'm just gonna like be immediately turned off. So sorry to anyone that has the shared personality that I have.
So I feel like there's a difference between, and then I promise we'll talk about some NFL before people get mad. I feel like there's a difference between like being like loud and fun, like you're just like you're a fun personality to be around, and then like you're just so fucking loud and annoying. Like I don't want you in my presence.
Yeah, I'm not a caveman barbarian bro.
No,
like,
I'm not shouting in the bar. No, none of that. We're not doing that. You like to bet on home runs. Do you have a bet that you can offer the people today? Because I don't do baseball. I tried. I'm not going to pretend though.
No, I love baseball. I'm going to be so sad when it's gone. So today I'll give you two things. I will give you the champagne theory. 2 teams yesterday popped champagne, the Guardians and the Dodgers.
Okay.
We're fading them today. We're taking the Rockies on the first 5 spread. It's at plus 1.5. It's like minus 130-ish, depending on the book.
Okay.
And then we're fading the Guardians. Like I said, we're taking the St. Louis Cardinals on the first 5 money line. Yesterday, I went 2-0 on fading the popping of the champagne. Mm-hmm. We're going to ride this theory until the playoffs are set. For home runs, I like Bobby Witt, and I do like Mr. Toglia from the Rockies.
Great. Okay, I will tail you on those. And if they don't hit, then I have someone to blame. So
they're home runs. You sprinkle on them.
No, it's too late. You already gave them out on the show. They're locked in. NFL thoughts the last couple of weeks. Did you are you enjoying yourself or no?
Week one, I lost every single bet except for Falcons team total. But I always say I would rather get all my losses in the first 3 weeks than the rest of the year. But last week was really good to me. I think I'm starting to get in my groove.
Okay.
Everyone says they're in a groove, but are they?
Yeah. Every time I think I'm in the groove, I get like my ass handed to me. But we'll see how it goes. I'm going to give you smash or pass bets. So you have to pick a side of them. Yeah. First one up, we'll jump right into it. Tennessee money line, smash or pass?
The Titans? Smash.
Yeah.
I think their run defense is fantastic. Malik Willis had his first shining moment and most likely his last shining moment. The Colts aren't really as good as at least I thought they were going to be. Anthony Richardson as a favorite, not the sexiest quarterback, as an underdog, somebody you always have to probably tail. I think that the Titans were fine against the Jets last week. Sure, Mayo man Will Levis looked weird out there making another weird mistake. But I think they correct it this week.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think everyone, first of all, Jordan Love is not playing. Like, can we just all agree that that's not occurring? It's really cute though. Like I like that they're it's going to be a game time decision. He's not fucking playing. We don't need to pretend, but it's fine. And also it can't be a revenge angle if you aren't good. So it's
I think it is a bit of a they got rid of him. That's
don't care
revenge.
though. It's not really.
You don't care, but does he care in his heart of hearts?
No, he was so kind and sweet about it. I don't think he cares. I think, and the thing is too, I always take a team when the backup is getting their first start of the season anyways. Like that was inevitable going to happen. But now you have
injury
defense is very good. Like eventually this defense is going to get them to at least cover a game. Like I lean taking, I think it's 2.5 now, but the 3 with Tennessee, whatever. Josh Jacobs had 32 rush attempts for 151 yards. He's not going to be able to do that against this defense. I like his under rushing. And they're going to make Malik throw the ball. And I just don't think that's going to go really well. Like that just sounds gross is the thing. It's not.
It's cute to believe in him. That's another thing that's cute.
No, 100%. He's throwing an interception. So whatever the best odds you can get on that. I also love Tony Pollard this week. Don't even like play around with his like rushing yards. Go and find whatever alt you can find. Like 70 plus, 80 plus, 95.5 plus. If you're crazy like me, plus 400. I think Tennessee finally wins this one.
Same. They should have week 1. That was the most fluke. It was against the Bears, so it was inevitable that game was going to come down to making a bunch of mistakes that don't make any sense.
100%. We'll get to them in a second. But next one here, smash or pass, Detroit -3 going to Arizona.
Yeah, I have Detroit -3.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like I have it, so obviously I'm confident in it. I just think the Cardinals are just they were better week 2, obviously getting Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball. I don't know. I think this is too low of a number for a team like Detroit. It's not the greatest cap that I'm going to give out today.
Is not convincing me at all.
I like Kyler. I like Marvin Harrison. It's just like I feel like I'm going against people that I want to succeed.
Yeah, here's my thing. And I said this on my show on Thursday. Detroit looks weird. Like, I don't know how else to explain it. They don't look right. They look like they have a Super Bowl hangover, but like didn't fucking go to the Super Bowl. Something just seems off. It feels like a kind of get right spot for Detroit, but can Arizona, like at home, money is coming in on Arizona. I'm staying away from the spread in this one. It kind of freaks me out a little bit. You're braver than me.
Yeah, but I might be looking pretty dumb come Sunday evening.
I know. I still like Williams. I don't know why the books are still doing this. 21.5 longest reception. And I'm going back to the well. Amon-Ra has to get a touchdown to some play, right? So plus 160. I mean, come on. Can we just figure it out?
As a guy that has him on his fantasy, but actually I can't stand fantasy sports. But come on, I need it. I need to not be in last place. I've never been there. I mentioned that I've never been in last place in fantasy. It's starting to look like I'm going to be in last place.
Yeah, it happens. And I think too, like Amon-Ra, we can't give him like an opportunity to start making another list because all he does is list all the receivers that were drafted ahead of him. We can't have him list all the teams that he didn't score a touchdown against. Like I don't want to give him that.
But he could.
Yeah, but he could. He might get there. On Arizona's side, I only like McBride longest. Otherwise, I'm kind of not touching it. Arizona, I can't figure out. Like they're frisky. They're fun, but like they're gonna lose
every year. They should be a lot better than the year prior. They're adding weapons on the offensive end. You get a generational talent, Marvin Harrison Jr. You don't get him the ball week 1, and then obviously you give him the ball and he does what you expect him to do when he has the ball. And score and have a ton of yardage. But are they going to do that again? Are they just going to do a week-to-week thing, or they skip them?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about the total in this game? 51.5, because it's pretty high. Maybe one of the higher totals on the board.
Knee jerk says over, but it's just a lot of points, right?
It's a lot of points. And I feel like games are not going over.
No.
But both these secondaries suck. So also, I don't know. I don't like playing totals.
I do. I'm an under guy. I love under.
Oh, you're a sicko like me.
I love. Cue up men at work. Give me the land down under.
Yeah, fuck you guys. You have points? Absolutely not. We're going under.
Nope, I don't want to watch that game. Under.
Under. Done. Next game, which I feel strongly about, and everyone thinks I'm just being a brat because of week 1, which is fine, but smash or pass, Minnesota +2 at home versus the Texans. Both these teams are 2-0. Sam Darnold has come to Minnesota and saved the world.
You like the Vikings?
No.
Oh, pass. I'm on Texans money line. You don't look at the schedule and see 49ers week 2 and then the Texans week 3 and go, oh yeah, we could definitely beat those two teams. No, you're getting one win out of those if you're lucky. The Texans completely owned the Bears on Sunday night, although the score was close, although the Bears had an opportunity to go down the last drive and win the game. But they weren't going to win that game. It's the Bears. The offense looks like crap. The Texans had a lot of penalties that cost them. They were always owning that game. They should have won by double digits. They are far and away the better team in this matchup. Although Brian Flores' defense looks absolutely amazing. Tip your cap to that guy day in, day out. The schemes he has, like Brock Purdy said, it's amazing. But Justin Jefferson went down with an injury at the end of that game against the 49ers. He's a little banged up after having 133-plus yards.
Yeah.
And the offense isn't that sexy. I'm sorry. The only thing sexy about the Vikings is their defensive coordinator and that defense itself. There's no way in my brain that the Texans don't lose this game.
Yeah, oh my God. And again, like, I think you have to kind of throw the Giants game out. Then maybe the 49ers.
You have to. You have
to. You have to throw that out. That's great. Happy for everyone that got very excited about that game. You have Diggs coming back for the first time to US Bank. Love that. Whatever the anytime touchdown is, do it. Danielle Hunter, Akers, Boyd. There's a lot of guys coming back for the first time. I will say, well, first I'll start with now Flores. It's been 2 weeks. And Stroud is a guy that's going to sit and actually watch tape and really study it. So I think you're going to have to throw a lot at him to be able to really throw him off. But if Minnesota wins this game, we have to have a serious conversation, because if you do believe in them, you need to bet their futures now, because those numbers are not going to look like that next week.
Yeah. This is just a massive letdown spot. There's no way.
At home.
There is a way. Obviously, we watch sports week in and week out, and we see underdogs like Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, and we live for that. But there's no way you beat one of the most complete teams in the NFL, and then the next week play the trendiest and the most talked about team and beat them as well. You're not that good. Sorry, Minnesota. You're not that good.
Yeah, this game's stressing me out. I'm going to be honest. I feel stressed. Like, I feel like last week I also just took 49ers money line, wasn't playing games, and then they went and they absolutely looked quite good. Under. Oh, yeah. Also, what's the total here? 46.5, 46. Are you taking the under in this game?
I wouldn't mind the Vikings team total under.
Really?
That wouldn't bother me.
See, I think that everyone is very excited about Minnesota. That's where the public money is headed. And I think that's great. I think part of it is you guys feel bad for Sam Darnold, which is cute. I get it. Like, I feel bad for him too. But also, like, at some point he has to Sam Darnold. He's in a really good system. I bet
he's got to start seeing ghosts, right? Paranormal activity coming soon.
And against the Texans, I feel like it's possible. I can see Stingley Jr. getting an interception. Like, but if they do win, this is why I decided I bet on Kevin O'Connell to win Coach of the Year. That's as far as I could go is with this team. Because I think if they win the division, if they make it to the playoffs, you name it.
The division's terrible. So they have a chance.
They do. That's what's crazy. But this is going to be the last. It's like plus 360.
The division is terrible.
It's
with Love out, that thing is wide open.
If Detroit loses this week and we start having concerns, if Green Bay loses, Green Bay and Vikings play week 4, if Sam Darnold is actually like good, then what? Super Bowl. Fuck. Are they winning the NFC? Like, I don't fucking know at this point. Like,
hey, they beat the 49ers. They beat the 49ers.
They did. And after this stretch, they have to get through like Green Bay, Jets. There's one more good team. They have Lions. Lions come to them first. They go on bye, and then they see Rams, and then it's a joke. Like, they see like Jacksonville. Like, it gets very easy for them. Mm-hmm. So if Sam Darnold can play the way he is, like, I think Minnesota, it's going to be interesting. This is like kind of the week where we decide what they are.
Yeah, usually you find out in the first 3 weeks what a team is. And
yeah. Kevin O'Connell, 12-1. You can't get that number anymore either. So I tried to tell you guys. They had a rookie die before the season. They have Sam Darnold. They had their rookie quarterback get hurt. They look very good. If they even sniff the playoffs, I promise you, which it looks like they will at this point, he's winning Coach of the Year. Promise.
Love the cap.
Actually, maybe my lock in the century.
That's filthy. Okay. That's filthy.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Your favorite team, Chicago.
Ugh,
going to Indy. Chicago money line. Smash or pass? What are you thinking?
What's the juice?
Let me tell you. I didn't even write it down because I thought I was going to get you in a moment of weakness.
No.
Like minus.
If it's plus
104, I bet it is. Let's see.
Let's
see how good I am at this. Chicago, where are you? Why is it so hard to find their logo on this site?
I think their team total's a play.
Really?
I don't think the Colts defense is that good, and it's probably
minus 105. This game's a pick-up.
Oh God! Ugh.
Yeah, girl. Okay,
I'm not gonna pass. I'm not gonna waste money paying some juice for a team that can't even move the ball. Can't move the ball. It's the same team as last year. You just have a less mobile quarterback. But Colby, you gotta let the kid develop and whatnot. Yeah, you know what? I thought I would see a more exciting team this year because of all the weapons they got and how sexy everybody was saying they were gonna be. I bought into it. Look at me. I'm dumb as everybody else here in Chicago. We thought we had a new team. Wrong. It's the same team. Pass. I'm not paying any juice on a team that can't move the ball.
This game total is 43.5. That feels kind of high for these two teams. They opened at 47.
Colts defense sucks. I think the Bears do end up scoring some touchdowns in this game. But maybe they're all on the defensive end, like there was in week 1. So you never know.
Who's scoring for the Bears?
Oh my God, the defense.
Okay, give me someone other than the defense to score. You're supposed to know your team best.
But they don't move the ball, Smalls. How am I supposed to pick somebody if they don't score touchdowns?
Okay, so is Caleb going to go?
Usually I go with Cole Kmet. He's a big red zone target. He's a top 10 tight end. At least he should be. He should be better than what he's been his entire career, but nobody gives him the ball. Give me Cole Kmet to score. It's probably like 800.
Yeah, you know who's really painful to watch, to be honest, is DeAndre Swift.
Oh, my God.
The
city was drooling when they got him. I was like, dude, what's he doing?
I feel like Chicago drools over any like flashy name, though.
Oh my God, they drool over that, and if you bring up 1985 or 2015, they're like, oh my God, it was the best year of my life. Shut up. Quit living in the past. Everything in the city sucks in terms of sports. Okay,
so does Chicago win this game?
Probably.
You think so? I feel like that's confident for you.
It's not confident at all, but the thing with the Bears is I love Chicago. I never want to leave this city. The teams suck. But the thing with the Bears is if you've watched them long enough, they never make any sense, but you always feel them somehow crawling back and winning for no reason. There's always a weird score. There's always a weird safety involved, and there's always a weird win somehow because the defense is always good enough for them to win games. They win this game probably by 1. That's how a Bears game is.
Yeah, but you want to know why is because on the other end, you have the same fucking thing. It's not. I feel like the Colts and the Bears both do this.
We'll see. It should be a decent game. It should be a decent game.
Okay, I feel like you're being optimistic a little bit, and I feel like you're setting yourself up for failure.
I probably won't even watch.
The public is really excited about Chicago this week, and I wonder if, and there's a couple of games that I feel like this is happening. I don't mean to laugh. I just think, like, does everyone just love Caleb Williams, and that is what is having them still, like, bet money on Chicago?
And Smalls, do you know how much the city loved Justin Fields?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
assholes.
They loved him, and he didn't throw the ball 4 yards through the air. Mm-hmm. Like, they're going to love him because he's a number 1 overall pick. They're going to love him for 3 years until they don't know what to do with him. They're going to get rid of him, and then he's going to shine.
He'll be fine. They got to get rid of Eberflus. I'm not a fan. I do not even like looking at that guy. Like, his face legitimately pisses me off. He looks like someone like I just can't, like, he looks like he doesn't know how to read the play sheet. Like, he has it in front of him and he's like staring at it as if it's like he didn't write that down. Like,
can I say one dumb thing that got me excited about the Bears? It's about Eberflus. When he grew out his facial hair, I was like, oh my God, the city's back.
No, the city, guys. That's the thing.
The city always does well when they have a coach with facial hair. Ditka with the mustache. Phil Jackson with the beard. Ozzie Guillen definitely had facial hair, and so did Madden.
That's bad. You fell into the trap. Okay, Caleb Williams. Okay, this is kind of rude. His passing yards line is 211.5 plus 100. Are you taking the over? You're really
what play? He can't hit his guys. He can't hit his guys. He's overthrown every open receiver downfield. He can only hit guys in the flat, but short, right by the. It's just like a 2-yard out. He can't hit anybody.
He looks like he thinks he's still playing in college, and it's like not working, you know?
Yes.
Any thoughts on the Caleb Stroud interaction that everyone's like making a really fucking big
I didn't understand why they're making it a big
deal. Who cares?
When I saw that, like, they clipped CJ's like interview saying this is just being like a good dude, like looking out for him. I was like, that's what I took it as.
Yeah. I thought he was being nice.
He literally, Caleb Williams got murdered on that last drive 5 times. And CJ was just picked him up. And I mean, maybe it's Caleb's facial reaction because he just like didn't know how to react because he just got killed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it's got to be hard for Caleb, like coming in thinking like he's going to have immediate success, being told nonstop that you're walking into the best situation that a rookie has had in the league in God knows how long, and then you're not finding success. You're getting sacked. You're not connecting with your guys. It's quite literally not fucking working. So I'd be frustrated too.
Yeah, I mean, him just going like that, just him just like trying to suck in could be emotion.
Could be.
Hey man, let a dude cry. Let a dude cry. It don't matter.
If you want to cry, everyone's gonna cry every once in a while.
Cry so I can fade you in the next week though.
Only prop I really like in this game, because I don't give a fuck about this game to be completely honest, is Alec Pierce over 2.5 receptions.
I've seen a lot of people on that play. I like that.
Plus 115 is weird to me. 5 last week, he had 7 targets. I don't know what's going on over there, though. I don't really want anything to do with the Colts right now. Okay, smash or pass. Dallas money line, minus 105. Baltimore coming to Jerry World.
Smalls. If you know me, we're smashing this, and I'm doubling down on this.
You're sick.
I took it Sunday when it opened, and I will happily take it this Sunday when it's like plus 110.
Mm-hmm.
I will double down on this. What has been the narrative this whole week with this matchup?
I mean, there's fucking 80 narratives about this. So which one do you want to pick?
The best one of them all.
I don't know.
There's absolutely no way that the Ravens could go into week 3 and lose and be 0-3. This is a must-win ball game for the Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
Is it though? Is it? I think this Ravens team is in for a rude awakening on Sunday.
Really?
I think that if you just take away everything from last week with the Dallas Cowboys, they got murdered.
You can't just take it away though.
Hold on. They got murdered.
Got raw dogged.
You get murdered. You regroup. You change everything up. You fix the mistakes. You fix it all. You still have a very good defense, and you're going up against a team that lost by a toe. Well, we were going to win that. Shut up. Then they play the Raiders. They made Gardner Minshew look like he had Mike Leach as his head coach still. Sure, he had under 300 yards, but Devontae Adams was getting that ball, and they were moving the ball tremendously well. They came back in the second half. You don't let that terrible Raiders team come back in the second half and beat you if you're the Ravens. You don't allow that. And you're going to let Gardner Minshew run up and down the field, and then the next week you have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb. I'm pretty sure he's better than Gardner Minshew and Devontae Adams at the moment. I think Lamar is going to be running for his life. I think he's going to be running for his life, and the narrative is just going to continue that there's no way that the Ravens can lose this game. There is a way, and there is a big rude awakening coming. I think Dallas puts their foot on their throats. I'm super
I mean, I would love to see
this.
I would love to see Dallas lose. I personally don't care. I'm probably not touching it. I think Baltimore, I'm kind of with you that I do think Dallas, if I had to choose like life or death, you have to make a decision. I'd probably lean towards Dallas because I think the whole, they're 0-2, not going to lose 3, although I do have feelings about another team also in the AFC North that we're not going to apply that narrative to, but this narrative we're going to not follow. I don't know, though. I think that Baltimore's O-line sucks. Their secondary isn't good. I'm staying away. If I were to touch props in this game, Justice Hill over 8.5 rushing yards.
And they're in Jerry's world, Smalls. They're in
I don't
Jerry's
care.
world.
Look what the Packers did last year in Jerry's world. Like, Jerry's world is...
That's fine. That's fine. They were averaging 40 points a game in the regular season.
Yeah, but you don't think anything feels off about this team a little bit?
I wasn't high on them coming into the season, the Cowboys, but
True.
I think they're better than the Ravens.
It's fine.
Especially after getting dog walked in week 2.
Yeah. I'm waiting to make full decisions on how I feel about the Eagles and Dallas after this week. I don't fully know how I feel yet. Tolbert, though, over 29.5 receiving yards. Love that. Longest reception, over 15.5. Love that. Also, like Isaiah Likely, whatever the hell you want to find, Zeke under his rushing into it. Like, totally into that. People love it. You know what? Jerry's so funny. He's like, we're not going to pay you, but next year we'll bring you back. Come on.
I have a future on Zeke Elliott's under rush yards at 600. It's going to be awesome.
It's a great bet. I think
oh
that's
my
awesome.
God.
What did you get that at?
600 on I forgot where. But how are you going to let me have that prop? There's like 18 running backs on that team. They're all geriatrics. You got Dalvin Cook. You got him. Every single year, Ezekiel Elliott's rush yards have just diminished tremendously.
Yeah. Another 0-2 team.
Oh, I know what you're going to say. I'm so there. I got the notes ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm locked in, fucking loaded for this game. Because if I'm wrong, fine, let me be wrong. But I don't think I'm going to be wrong. The Bengals home opener. 0-2 Bengals. Commanders 1-1. Give me a break. You shouldn't have beaten the New York Giants. They didn't have a kicker. Fight with your mother. It's 7.5. The line is 7.5 now. Bengals minus 7.5. What are we doing here? Smash.
It's the quickest cap I may have on the day. The Bengals should be absolutely pissed off that they lost last week. They completely dominated the Chiefs until the final drive of the game. They were better than I expected. I had them on the spread. They were better than I intended because I didn't expect them to own the whole entire game to the last second of the game. Usually we know they come out sluggish. They looked pretty damn good in week 2. They should be so mad that they lost that they should take out all their frustrations out on Washington, who can't score anything. And beat your team by 7 field goals while allowing 3.
NFL history. Giants have to make it somehow. I mean,
I said this. That was the most Bears win that wasn't a Bears team. The Bears. How did they do that? How did you do that? 7 field goals and you won?
We don't need. That's not what we're talking about here. What we're talking about here is the Commanders and Bengals game.
The Bengals should win by 2 touchdowns.
They should win by more than that. I think that I can see like a weird argument for maybe a backdoor cover, which is why I get nervous about the spread. I'm using the Bengals in Survivor, letting everyone know that is my pick. I fortunately used Tampa already. I think that this is not maybe necessarily the week. I don't know what's going to end up happening. That game makes me nervous. I don't want it. It's Jamar Chase week. I let everyone know on Thursday, let everyone know on Wednesday. That secondary is so bad. I mean, they made Daniel Jones look like he should keep his job maybe next year. So I don't think that Joe Burrow, I think this is a get right spot. 0-2.
T. Higgins is back.
Huh?
Isn't T. Higgins back too, right?
Is he back? That would be great.
I thought I saw something about that too. I got it at -7. I see this as a 2-score game.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Bengals. Have you ever been to that stadium?
I've only been to Lucas Oil. I've never been to Soldier. I will never go there.
No, I've
Too
never
tight.
been there either, actually.
Too
Yeah,
tight.
no. So every Jamar Chase thing you can find, 2 touchdowns, 1 touchdown, longest reception, over yards. I just start taking alts at that point. I think the Bengals win this game, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close.
It'll be a bloodbath.
But this is, again, what's happening where everyone, the public, the cute, adorable public, they want to find something that they want to hang on to, and that's Jaden Daniels, which I think Jaden Daniels, to this point, looks like the most impressive rookie quarterback, which is great, but he also doesn't throw the fucking ball down the goddamn field because he has Cliff Kingsbury having him check down like a baby every single play.
Kind of giving Justin Field vibes, right?
Is it? I know, but he looks, I would say, I don't know.
He looks
okay,
better.
That's too far. Don't put me on the spot. That's too far. Now I feel bad.
Well, I mean, he is running the ball a lot, but I think talent-wise, he's definitely probably better quarterback.
Yeah, their O-line too. Like, they're gonna get that kid killed. I swear. I don't know what. It just is not pretty over there. Let me give you one more game before I start wrapping up and let you get out of here. Which direction? Do you have a strong stance on a team I haven't brought up yet?
Ooh, I like the Eagles. I got one.
What is your problem? Are you obsessed with the NFC East?
Hold on, I have 15 bets in the next 3 days. Let's go to a different game. We're gonna go to the Chargers Steelers game, and I took the Chargers team total under at 17.5. They're coming off games against Carolina and Vegas. Carolina's allowed, I think, 70 plus points in the first 2 weeks. They're allowing like 36 points a game. Now they have to go into the Steel City and play a legitimate defense that has allowed under 300 total yards, under 90 rushing yards, and under 250 yards in consecutive weeks, and held the Falcons running back combo of Algier and Robinson to 89 combined yards. I think J.K. Dobbins has a rude awakening on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's going to be funny, kind of.
They absolutely lean. All they do is lean on the run. J.K. Dobbins doing stuff since LT. Awesome. Cool. Now you're playing legit defense. It's not going to happen. I think 17 is the perfect number to get. I think the number is climbing. The total is. But, yeah, you see it's like at a cool, crisp 36 Iowa total. Like, it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you. It's gonna be like old school football. Like we're gonna run the ball. We're gonna play some defense. Like it's
a man ball.
It's a man ball. Yeah, it's a man ball game. Tomlin versus Harbaugh. Like it's gonna be at least worth watching. I think, to be honest, it's not gonna be a lot of points, which everyone complains about, but it's gonna be good football.
Oh yeah, hard-nosed defense the whole way through. And I'm not gonna rely on betting on the Steelers, hoping their offense goes off when they have such a good defense that will definitely stop this Chargers team that doesn't pass.
If you're a Fields hater, you can just say that too. It's okay.
Actually, I think the Steelers win this game.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to bet it. I'm not going to bet it.
All right. One last college football bet I'll let you give, and then I'll let you get out of here.
I'll give you the theory bet. It's Buffalo plus 14.5. I have it at 14. I think it's moved to 13.5 now. Sorry that I said 14.5. But they're going up against Northern Illinois, who's coming off the biggest win in college football history, probably against, at the time, number 5 Notre Dame in South Bend. The coach cried. That's an automatic fade. It's fade the tears. Fading the tears this season is 0-1. We got the push against CMU against Illinois last week. I'll live with that. I will be keeping more track of this as the whole season goes on. We do it with college football. We do it with college basketball. The Northern Illinois coach, I don't know if he's ready for this game. He's been doing the media tour the last couple of weeks because they had the bye week. Is he ready for this game? He's doing every interview under the sun. And I think people are probably going to be underselling and under-expect. Buffalo has played Missouri. They're ready for Northern Illinois. Sure, they beat Notre Dame, but they lost 38-0, I think, to Missouri. I think they can definitely stay within 2 scores of Northern Illinois off the biggest win in program history and the sports history. Thanks for the 2 scores, because I'm going to be eating these points because I love it so much. Give me Buffalo.
All right. You sold me on it. I'm in. Tell people where they can find you. I'll get you out of here and let you enjoy your Friday.
You can find me on Twitter at C_MARCHIO. It's pronounced Marchio, but it's spelled with a CH. All my stuff's on Twitter. All my plays are free. They're on Twitter. All my goofy videos that Smalls was talking about is there. Check out Betting News. I'm there. I write every single day. Smalls, thank you for letting me on. It's been a long time coming. I'll get you on my shows again, and we'll be feral rats.
We will. Feral Fridays, you're always welcome. We'll talk to you soon.
See it.
See ya. Now joining the program, popping another Triple S cherry, is comedian Niles at Niles100 on Twitter, X, whatever you call it these days. How's it going? What's up?
Man, I'm feeling good. It's
listen, I wish I had something to talk about with my team, but I don't.
Look, got the noon in honor of you. I'm feeling good.
I love it.
It's gonna be a good weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Your Don't Tell comedy set comes out, drops next month. Tell me about it.
Yeah, everybody tap into that. Don't Tell comedy. They're kind of like the go-to for underground stand-up comedy right now. And I taped for them about a month and a half ago, so it should drop in about a month. So really hype about that. I want a few million views, so hopefully y'all tap in.
Oh yeah, we'll get there. We'll add it to the description as well, so that we at least get some of my community to jump over there. I always see you in when I watch videos of you doing stand up. Like I think you're a White Claw guy. Am I wrong? I always see you with a White Claw, I feel like.
Look, I'm just cheap. So whatever's back there is free. That's what's gonna happen. And a lot of, the people that drink a lot of White Claws, they book a lot of shows. So that just be in the box back there. So.
It's so funny because during COVID, I was obsessed with Black Cherry White Claws, and I think I drank too many of them.
They're good.
I had to stop.
They're good. But I definitely think the White Claw fad is about over,
Yeah, probably. I owe you a thank you because your team spanked the Cowboys for me. How was that? Because Saints, low expectations. I'll be the first to tell you, I didn't know about the Saints this year.
We didn't either. And it's perfectly okay. We love it. It just got reported today. New Orleans, the city, has gone 18 days without a murder, and it's like the longest in forever. And that is directly related to yes, give him a statue. He is making the city safer with good play calls. So I hate the Cowboys with every fiber in my being. I think the NFC East is the saddest excuse for a division ever. And I knew we were gonna win. I didn't know we was gonna spank the ass like that though.
That was serious though. Like it's like there was no mercy either. Like they were not letting up.
To do it in Dallas was beautiful. I was at the last time we beat them in Dallas. I was there in 2012. So it was just like it was dope to be in New Orleans and get to see that.
That's good vibes. Okay, so can you guys take care of the Eagles as well, or what? Because listen,
that's light work.
You think so?
Yeah. No, it's just like one of them things. It's just like 2 light-skinned quarterbacks in a row. Like that's lunch. We about to do this shit. It's over with. Like the way we ran the ball on the Cowboys, and I watched that Falcons game, I just don't see them stopping the run. Like Jamal Williams, Alvin Kamara, I just don't see them stopping the run, which, we get in our groove with that. Then Derek Carr, the playbook's wide open at that point. So
okay. But Derek Carr, is he gonna turn back into a pumpkin at some point? Because listen, I don't know. Derek Carr looks good though. He looks good. He looks good right now.
Here's the thing though that a lot of people aren't talking about. I think it's for like the last 7 or 8 weeks of football, he's led the NFL in touchdowns.
Oh yeah.
And also he hasn't done anything that's like so crazy or out of character. Like the throws he's making aren't like, whoa, he's a superhero.
He's not making mistakes.
Exactly. And I feel like with a guy like Kubiak calling the plays, it's just like that makes his job 10 times easier. And also, I think, I do like Kubiak. Don't get me wrong. We got weapons on this team, though.
Oh, yeah.
We got weapons. We got speed. And so it's just like he just knows how to use them very well. And I think Derek Carr is just like very good game manager. I don't think he's the best quarterback in the world, but I think with the way our defense is playing, the way we can run the ball, he doesn't have to be the best quarterback in the world.
No, Shaheed is so fun to watch. Like he is one of my favorite guys to bet on since last season because I feel like the books still are not giving him the respect that he deserves. Like his longest reception, like you get him outside, it's done. Like you just have to toss it up and it's out. He's so fast.
If you need a deep threat, that's the guy.
Yeah, 100%. Okay, so you're beating the Eagles.
Exactly.
Are the Saints for real? Like they are plus 160 to win this division. Are we taking them to win the division?
We'll win the NFC South. I'm not gonna be like
you're
going to the Super Bowl.
Confident. I'm obsessed with this.
I mean, on a bad year, I think we'll win it. I mean, we could have won the NFC South last year and we were terrible.
That's true.
So it's just like we're just waiting for Baker Mayfield to like get a DUI or something, and then we straight,
Yeah.
you know. So
Absolutely. In which he does look good. I'll give him his flowers.
he's looking good. I did not see them
does.
beat friends. I was very surprised by that. Baker's
No,
looking
I'm
good.
telling you, men just want to be loved. They want to be supported. All he needed. You guys are not that hard to figure out. You just have to love and support them, and that's all Mayfield. All he needed. You look at Sam Darnold, him too. They just want a little love.
That has been the biggest surprise for me this season. Sam Darnold just like is a gunslinger now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I mean, having Justin Jefferson, of course, helps, but it's just like some of the throws he's making. I'm like, was it the Jets' fault? Like, I don't think it was him. I really don't.
No.
Like,
I think Kevin O'Connell is a really good coach too.
Yes,
like, I think that is it. I think that has to be a piece of it. Do you think that Houston beats them though this week? Like, does that Cinderella story come to an end or what?
I think Houston beats them in a close one. CJ is good. CJ is just as good as advertised.
He's so fucking cool. Like, holy shit. He just doesn't give a fuck. He's a class act. And a lot of these kids now, like, I'm fucking so old.
Right.
A lot of these kids, they like there's a little diva effect going on, but he's all football.
All football. I know, because I know a lot of people were talking about like, oh, he's doing all these podcasts and all this type of stuff. I'm like, nah, I think he's just a football nerd. So it's just like the podcast thing is just another way for him to keep talking about football. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I really think he's a guy that really does study film. He's in the playbook all the time. So I like CJ a lot. I think they beat the Vikings in a close one.
Yeah. Back to your game, Kamara, whatever. Like, I'm taking him all over the place. The Eagles currently have the worst run D, and they're going against Kamara. And I think it's cute because every year they're like, oh, he's getting old. It doesn't matter. Like, Alvin's one of the guys. It doesn't matter. Look at him.
Doesn't matter.
Like, watch him play.
AK's looking good. I mean, out of just catching passes out of the backfield too. I mean, man, I think this team is really utilizing him well. Out of the backfield, so when he does run between the tackles, it's really no stopping him because you don't know what's coming. So I'm excited to see how many yards he rushes for on Sunday. The Eagles look real weak. Run defense wise,
they look something's up with them. Sirianni gives me the ick. Like, I can't even walk. His face is like, why? Like, I just like want to like punch your face. Like, I just can't with him for some reason.
And I just did not think Kirk Cousins was going to walk them down in the last minute of the game. Like, that blew my mind because I was eating at a restaurant with some friends. They I think the Falcons turned the ball, like they punted the ball. So we were just like, all right, we're going home. Literally walking down the street, I pull up Twitter, Falcons got the ball back and I'm moving down the field. And I was just like, yo, because he threw like two at least like 25-yard plus passes in a row. And I couldn't believe it. So I have no faith in the Philadelphia Eagles after losing to Kirk Cousins and the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, I think I'm good in that. What does stop the Saints? Like, if the Eagles could capitalize on one piece of it, what is it, I suppose?
I think if you can get the ball on that second level, hurt the secondary, because the secondary, we've looked really good. But I think that's also because like the defensive line has been getting so much pressure. So I just feel like if they can neutralize that and beat some guys downfield, I think that opens things up for them. But it's just with the Eagles is I'll say this, they can't punt 3 or 4 times in that first half. It's over with because you have to keep up.
And at home, like that energy, like a 2-0 Saints team.
I tell people all the time, you gotta put on your bucket list seeing a home game in the Superdome when the Saints are good.
Do you know what's crazy? I've never been to New Orleans of all places.
You've never been? Smalls, you gotta
crazy?
go.
Don't I seem like someone that would have been there like a million times?
No, you look like a Bourbon Street regular, and I mean that in the most positive. I mean that in the most positive way possible.
No, you know, it's all right though. But
I was
I've
there
never
drunk.
been.
I was drunk on Bourbon Street all weekend last week. I took a shot with a horse. It was great. It was a good time.
I need to go.
You need to.
I don't know.
Just do a whole New Orleans weekend.
Did the Giants play there this year, or the Saints come to us? I don't know, but maybe I need to get down there.
I don't think you want to go to that game.
Oh, I don't care. I'm so numb at this point. Like nothing. Like I just don't care.
Week 3 and you're already over it.
Oh, listen, baby. We've been at the draft since after week 1. Like, I've got eyes on the draft right now. Like, I'm not worried about this. I'm not worried about this Giants team and what the rest of the season looks like. I hope that you know what? I think that this team will mesh a little bit more, as much as everyone wants to knock them off. I think that defense is figuring it out. I don't like our defensive coordinator. Told everyone, don't like him, not going to like him, promise you. Yeah. I think that the O-line looks good. I think there's things to like about this Giants team future forward, and maybe they'll have some watchable games, but this team is ass. Like, it's just not a good team.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess if my team got beat by 7 field goals, I'd probably feel the same way.
Yeah, you just have to be numb to it, because it's like, you don't have a healthy kicker. What are we doing here, guys?
How do you lose to a team that doesn't score a touchdown on you?
You're the New York Giants. Listen, I watched a lot. Somehow that was worse than watching the Giants lose to the Cowboys week 1. So I don't know. Where are you at with that game? Washington Bengals. Do you think Bengals win that game?
Bengals got to get back on track, man. I think Jamar Chase has a big day. I think that's what it is.
Jamar Chase week.
Yeah, I think this is it. They got to get back on track. I hate the Bengals. I hope they don't get back on track, but I do think they win this game though. I just don't see anybody on that Washington Commanders secondary that could.
It's disgusting. Yeah. It's actually like, and for me to say that, like, that secondary is gross. It's not.
No disrespect to Washington, though, because I got a homie that plays offensive line for them. Shout out Sadiq Charles. You block very well Sunday, but y'all gonna lose.
Listen, they need him because that O-line is not pretty. Listen, they have Bobby Johnson as the coach, but since he plays, I'll keep my mouth shut here. Okay, some of the teams that are 2-0, who's a fraud out of these teams? Like, we've got Minnesota, kind of talked about them. Steelers, Seahawks, Chargers, Texans, not a fraud. I think we've agreed on that. Bucks, Bills, and Kansas City.
I'll say. You said the Steelers are 2-0. Who's after the Steelers?
Seahawks.
Yeah, I don't believe in that at all.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't believe in Geno Smith's average ass at all. Like, he's just like not bad enough to bench, but he's not good enough to really win. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like
the Patriots and the Broncos. That's why I had their defense. I had their defense in fantasy for a reason. Okay. They're playing 2 of the worst teams. So it's
you got to play Pop Warner football week 1 and 2. Yeah, I don't really believe. Yeah, I don't really believe. I love DK. He's from Mississippi. That's my boy. I love him. But it's just like, at the end of the day, how many other weapons do they have besides him on offense to really spread the ball around? And Geno Smith, I just don't think is good enough of a quarterback to.
Kenneth Walker, hurt, JSN, like, and then they have Dolphins coming to town.
Okay.
What is that line? 4.5. So they're playing Skylar Thompson, not Tua. But did the Seahawks win another game? Like, I don't.
I think but that's the thing. I think they win this game too. Like that's the thing. It's they're a benefit of just kind of luck the first few weeks of the season, and week 5, week 6, we'll see them kind of take the turn to be the Seattle Seahawks that we know and love.
Yeah, at some point it's gonna.
I believe in the Chargers though. I believe in the Chargers.
Okay.
Harbaugh is just one of those dudes that he wins everywhere.
He is the corniest motherfucker, but like, I love him. Like, it's like in a good way. He is the embodiment
of a dad joke. Like, that is him. Yeah. Like, his pants are tucked up to here.
But not annoying. Like, I find Russell Wilson, like, kind of like some of his stuff, like, I'm like, I don't know. Like, you're kind of wearing the helmet during preseason when you're already told that you're not playing. Like, we don't really need to shoot it up. Like, it's a little off-putting, but this guy is so corny. Like, he's such a football guy. It's a little,
He's very much a football guy. I think he's the perfect coach for Justin. I think they got it. I think they got a good team. It's weird seeing them in LA. I don't know anyone that's an LA Chargers fan. Like, I've never seen anyone with a Chargers jersey in this city. But somebody's going to the game apparently. So
I feel like everyone's just a Lakers fan, and then they like go about their business otherwise.
Exactly. That's what we do.
That's what it is. You guys are Lakers fans, and then
we're Lakers fans. And then if anybody else is good, then cool. Like, what Shohei is doing is amazing. So we all Dodgers fans.
Yeah, there you go. Now we're Dodgers. 100%.
I get a text every morning from my dad that says, "Did you see what Shohei did last night?" I was like, "Yo, we're not related." Like, he's talking to him like he's my brother. I took him to a game. Whenever he comes to LA, I take him to a game, and Shohei hits a home run. I look over, he's on Duolingo, like trying to learn Japanese. And I'm like, what are we doing? He's like, just in case we run into him. We're like, we're not running into this man. We're never running into him. I think he loves him more than me, and fair.
Probably, but I think that's okay. Like
51. I could never do that, so I'm not mad.
Yeah. I think it's possible. Do you have siblings?
Yeah, I got a little sister.
Okay. I think that parents have a favorite child, and I don't think that's a big deal. Like, don't tell me that you don't have a favorite kid. You absolutely like one of your kids more. Like, it doesn't mean you like love them. Maybe like you just like one of your kids more.
Yeah. No, as the sibling that is less liked, it's my sister is definitely the favorite, and I totally understand. She listens to them and shit. So like,
yeah, exactly. That's my brother too. I'm the older one as well. Okay, last thing I'll ask you about. Oh yeah, I'm the older one. I caused all the problems, even though Mark followed in my footsteps, but we already went through it, so it wasn't as big of a deal. Buccaneers, Broncos come to town. Your buddy, old pal, Sean Payton.
Yeah, fuck him.
I can't fucking stand him.
I think the Bucs get another win. Who on that defense is stopping Baker Mayfield right now?
Yeah, you know what's weird? The public really wants. They are hanging on to Bo Nix. I don't really like the spread in this game. Like 6.5 is a lot. Like I don't know what the Broncos are, but I do kind of know what the Bucs are, and I think that they're a good.
Isn't Bo Nix like 34?
He looks like it.
Yeah, he's like 34 right out of college. I don't believe in it.
I don't know.
Baker looks good. I mean, there's this one video in the preseason where he's like talking. He's like, "Yeah, if Mike's open, I'm just throwing it up there." And I totally understand that. If Mike Evans has one person on him, that's open. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I like Mike Evans this week too. It's been the Godwin couple weeks, and I think Mike Evans gets this week.
Name me someone on the Broncos secondary you're scared of.
I mean, Surtain would be the only one that I would be, but Mayfield's got too many weapons that it's like, okay, Surtain's over there. I'm just going to throw it over there.
Exactly. I got the Bucs. Are they playing in Tampa or are they playing in Denver?
They're playing in Tampa too, which I think,
so they don't have to deal with the elevation.
Listen, I've seen this story before. Any teams on like upset alert? Like, do you think there's an upset that could happen this week?
I can see the Chiefs losing.
Really? I kind of think so too. I think Kirk's gonna get in his bag a little bit.
I think so. I could see them losing on some fluke shit because like low key they shouldn't have beat the Bengals. I have a homie that's like a really big Bengals fan, so I've been consoling her. She's very much a refs help Pat truther. So I could see them losing this weekend, and it would be very funny.
It would be funny. And they're kind of due for, like, they're kind of coming out of the gates a little bit hotter than they have the last couple of years. So I feel like they're kind of due for a little loss here.
And it's like coming out the gates hot in the win column. It's not like they're playing great, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, Travis Kelce, like, no swag anymore.
No, you'll see him in the playoffs. He's going to be, like, he's in his Gronk era. Like, when Gronk was in Tampa, like, you'll see Kelce 1, 2, no more than 4 times a game. But then once you get to the end of the season, once you get to playoffs, like he'll be in his bag again.
Exactly. No, I definitely can see that. But
he's been touring. He's been with the girlfriend. Like he needs to take it easy. He's tired.
Exactly. He's chilling. Looks like a police officer.
The mustache is something else.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Last thing. Well, tell everyone where they can find you before I let you get out of here.
Oh, definitely follow me on Twitter at Niles100. I'm on Instagram too. The Niles Abston Show. I'm always posting like stand up and all that type of stuff. So yeah, you're definitely gonna follow me over there.
All right. Last thing I'm gonna ask you before I let you get out of here. What's one thing that you say watching football that you can also say during sex?
Oh, that's a good one.
I'll give you a second. We'll give you a second. No pressure. I should have let you work on this one before I threw it at you.
Damn, I'm trying to think of a good one. I don't want the first thought, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Say during football, say during sex. Damn.
What the fuck did I get you on that one? Ryan, I'm gonna ask you next in the back.
You could say going deep.
That's funny. I guess I would say I didn't think we scored that much.
I like it.
Because we're averaging 40 a game right now. Go Saints.
I like it. All right. You're the best. I'll get you on soon. Go enjoy your Friday. Ever go check out his Twitter. Go check out his comedy special that's coming out. And I'll see you next time.
Thank you, Smalls.
See ya.
Who that?
Hi.
Hey. How's it going?
It's going.
It's a good show today.
Do you know what mine would be since I'm a Giants fan?
Oh, yeah. We haven't got off that yet.
I would say, are we done yet?
That's a perfect one for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a perfect one for you. I
Also,
feel like you're somebody who like orgasms, and then when the other person's like, "Is it my turn?" You're like, "Oh, we got to do that now."
like no. Anyways,
is that too much? That's too much?
Fridays. No, it's great.
It's Fridays, and I wanted to be completely honest and say that I smoked weed for this new segment because I wanted to be open and honest.
Well, we still have everyone.
Since it's kind of like a happy hour vibe.
All right. Well, we still have everyone. Please subscribe. If you are a loser, join the Survivor contest. I was supposed to plug it earlier. I did not.
Are you trying to wrap? Are you trying to wrap up on me?
No, I'm just making it clearer to hit subscribe. Thank everyone. Thank the viewers. Everyone was very active. That was a really fun show.
The show's not totally over yet. I want the hardcore fans to stick around and give us notes.
Everyone. Okay, go ahead. Yeah. I let Ryan do his own segment, so we'll see how it goes.
No, you didn't let me. We discussed it together.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what's happening though.
Yeah, you don't know what's happening. I'm taking over the show a little bit.
That's another thing I say watching Giants games. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening right now. Yeah. And during sex.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh man.
I don't know what's happening right now. Is it over yet?
Okay, I think I need a new drink before. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Okay, so this new segment is called and a few people are dropping off, but the hardcore fans are here, and that's what this is. You know, we want people to know that we're just still building the show, right? We're still perfecting the show. We're still getting Steph comfortable in front of the mic, in front of the camera. Technically, we're just like, her having to produce herself technically in the studio, her home studio. So, we're doing our best here. So I thought a segment of producer's notes at the end of the show. Okay. And I'm going to just read you what I wrote during the show, what I thought of during the show. And some of it pertains to the show in general, and some of it pertains to this episode. Okay. And we'll go with that.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. So you're showing Armand's comment. AJ Brown is out.
Me too. I don't know how to take it off. So.
Oh, you just click it again.
Okay, it's not there. Okay, see, that's what we could work on. Anyways,
stuff like that. Yeah.
Stuff okay, like go ahead.
Yeah. Armand is here. Yes. All right. Here we go. Okay, you said during the show that you had a show on Thursday. What was that show?
I'm not cheating on you, Ryan. I do a show on the Roundtable Sports Network with Jake Ellenbogen and Jay Tuck.
Did I know that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like briefly. I don't know that I brought it up. I just do like a pre-Thursday show with them.
How long have you been doing that?
Since the start of the season.
Oh, so it's just been recently.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
We're only going on week 3.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So you have another show. Well, plug it. You don't plug it on here.
Because it's like not, it's just on Roundtable Sports Network.
Okay.
You can find their YouTube. I can add it on to the description later. We go on 4 Eastern, 4 p.m. I don't know why I always do that. It's such a habit from working in the ER. For some reason, I used to always write 4 p.m. Eastern Thursdays. So kind of leading up until kickoff, and we do Thursday night football preview and then bets for week 3.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I feel like, I really feel like you're bringing more joy to the show this season.
Was I bitchy last year?
No, not at all. But I think that you were more in your head last season a little bit because you're so worried about like steering the ship and hosting the show and making sure everybody's like having a good time.
Right.
But I feel like this season you're more like you find yourself just having a good time easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think
like,
I just don't give a fuck in general anymore. And I don't know if that's like coming with me just like getting a little bit older. I just
you know what? It's taken me, you're a lot younger than I am, but it's taken me a lot to get to this age too, where I don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah,
I just want to make a good show with you because I want it to be a good show. I want it to be something I want to watch.
Yeah, 100%.
And like, because I have to spend more time with it than anybody does, probably, other than you. Yeah. If not more time, because I make the clips and stuff like that. So I love it when you bring more joy. Like you seem to be having like such a good time with Colby at points. And
oh my God, he's the best. We got to get him back on.
I wrote down clips. I wrote down clips from him.
He's a funny little rat.
And you had like some genuine joy with Niles when he talked about having a high noon in honor of you, which I thought was cool that he knew to do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you called him out. You called him out and called him a White Claw guy.
Yes, because I always notice, and it's so funny because I feel like all the comedians that have been on the show, because you're a comedian, you stand up yourself, and we know a lot of comedians, and everyone you've booked has been a comedian that has like a lot of them that have come on. And Niles is a comedian, but I booked him myself, so he's someone I found on Twitter.
Yeah. And I don't know him, so and I'm definitely gonna follow him and learn more about him now because I enjoyed the segment.
Funny. He's very, very funny. But I always see him with a White Claw, and that used to be my thing. Like the OGs that followed me way back when I first started on Twitter.
Follow Niles at Niles100 on X.
Yes, he's on YouTube too. I don't know if he's
on YouTube too. Maybe we'll, if I remember, I'll put it in the description.
Sounds good. What other notes do you have for me, Rye?
Oh, we're not even close to being done.
Oh my gosh.
What is a White Claw guy though? Are you a White Claw guy? Like what is the average White Claw guy?
Like, well, the thing is, like, Niles doesn't seem like a White Claw guy to me, but I always see him like holding them during his stand-ups. But I do notice that since high noons are more expensive, a lot of places will have White Claws. So I'll relapse on the White Claws when I'm somewhere because they only have them. Got it.
So, but if you had to name some characteristics of the average White Claw guy, someone who doesn't seem like Niles, since he doesn't seem like one.
Probably like very like college frat boy, because I feel like they're a little bit cheaper, but not like an expensive college. I don't know how to say it nicely. Like a college student that doesn't want to drink beer and is in a frat.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Okay. Before I get to, I wanted to get, so, we talked about, I'm going to make sure I don't have any other notes on these things that I wanted to say to you.
Okay.
I just have one thing to tag on to that is like, I think it's so good to hear you say you don't give a fuck anymore, because that's when I think we're going to have the most fun with this show, because we just need to do whatever is most fun for us. Mm-hmm. And then people will enjoy. I think people will truly enjoy the show. And people know, they can see our numbers. They know we're not doing it for the money right now. So, we're just doing it for the joy of it. And I think it'll, if we do that, it'll definitely lead to something else, whether it's like another company buying the show or the show just becoming more popular on its own. I don't know. I think the more fun we have with it, the more success it'll have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my internet just got a little bit weird. So you did just sound like a robot to me, but what you said from what I could hear sounded good.
Okay. Is that your way of telling me I sounded redundant?
No, I think we're good.
Oh no, you're frozen on mine now.
Oh my gosh, I cannot hear you now, Rye. I might have to
Oh,
have
no.
you sound out for me.
Did you
Can you hear me fine though?
Do you hate my notes and so you unplugged your internet?
Yeah, I cannot. You sound. I wish you could hear how you sound right now.
Do I seriously still sound like a robot?
Oh, now you sound fine. Now you're fine. You were underwater for a little bit. Now you sound okay.
Okay. All right. No, I was seeing if people were commenting that I sounded weird to them too, but nobody did. But Darius just commented.
Darius is in.
He's
See you,
leaving.
Darius. Have a good weekend.
Hopefully I am out. Okay. No, I just have a couple more.
Okay.
I have a couple more notes for you.
Okay.
One quick note. I loved the football, something you could say during football or sex question.
I should have taken them off guard.
I feel like that's the Stephie we want to get to. That's like Vegas Stephie that's on the show. I feel like it's perfect.
Well, I saw a TikTok on Twitter that was like, what are things that you can say during a job interview that you can also say during sex? And they were really funny. It was like, I have 10 years of experience at this position. Like,
oh, nice.
I was recommended you by a friend or something.
Nice.
They were crazy. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's where I came up with that. It wasn't an original thought.
Nice. Okay. No, I thought it was good. All right. So I wanted to end with, I thought of some segments, but I'm going to hold off on those and wrote down. I've been meaning to tell you this. Okay, so we talked about you doing Smalls You're Killing Me stories.
Yeah.
I to encourage you to do more of those, I'm going to tell an embarrassing story that involves me that you know.
Okay.
Kind of
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm letting it fly. I'm letting it fly.
All right, let it fly. Let's hear it.
All right. So, for some quick backstory, I won't say her name, but Stephie helped me, kind of introduced me to someone at the Vegas draft weekend, or draft weekend in Vegas that we went to.
Yeah.
And we really hit it off and having great conversation and we're talking a bunch. And then and I told Steph recently how she hasn't texted me back. And I think I know the reason.
Oh, you do? So I don't know.
So I think I know the reason is that in Vegas, I asked her if she wanted to go back to my room and make out with me.
Oh, you can't ask girls that.
Is that bad?
Yeah, you can't oh my God.
I thought I was just trying to be cute with it.
No, you can't just no, just say do you want to, I don't know. Don't say extend the night.
What do I say?
I don't know. Do you want to go grab one more drink? Do you want to go hit some slot? I don't know. You could try to extend the night, but
I was trying to. I guess I was.
Make out one. It's giving kind of creepy because do you mean sex or what? I don't know. I'm weird, so I don't know.
I know. No. You're not weird. You're a woman. I need your opinion.
I'm a woman, but I also am a very bizarre female. I feel. But
you're all right. Well, I still like your opinion on these things. I think
never ask a girl.
Guys who listen to this who probably, tell me in chat if I'm totally off. There's still people here watching. We haven't lost that many viewers.
I know. I'm can't believe how many people are still watching, but
that's what I'm saying. They might need this advice. We're just being open and honest here, and I think some people might need this advice
too. There's two types of women. I think so. There are girls that do see it as a respecting, oh, can I kiss you now? if you ask me if you could kiss me, I'm gonna like run for the hills, like just be assertive and like do your thing, make your move. But I think like asking, if someone asks me like, do you want to come back to my room and like make out? It like, I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds creepy.
It's giving like
you saying it back to me sounds creepy now.
Like, are you trying to like?
Armand is in the chat saying bad move, Ryan.
And especially because you guys like just met too.
Yeah. Well, just like for more context, she had said like, hey, you could come visit me in Colorado.
Yeah. But that's probably like she didn't want it to go the next step yet. It's like if you're being serious, like if you're a legitimate person, like I'm never someone that's just gonna like start making out with you, and then like she probably wanted to feel like you were taking this situation like seriously. So then you delegitimize. Was it? Is that a fucking word? Did I just make a fucking word up?
I'm into it.
I don't know. Whatever.
Real word or not.
This like what was a serious situation to like actually, do you want to go back to my room?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Is that it?
No. I think that's it for so this is what I wrote. This is what I thought about it though, is like I think because I've never like I'm kind of viewing the dating world wrong because I feel like I'm entering my slut phase.
Your what? Slut phase?
I've like never had a slut phase before. I've never just
that's
like
a mistake, and that's why everyone that doesn't have a slut phase either gets divorced or is having an affair.
So there you go. So I feel like I'm having my slut phase now, and I'm too eager to make out with people. And I really just meant go back and make out, unless you wanted to.
Right, but no girl is going to see it that way unless they're also too in their slut phase.
Yeah, apparently it must be bad because Armand says bad move, Ryan.
I don't think it's a bad move. It's not the best move.
Yeah, well, clearly, because she hasn't texted me back. So that would be...
I feel like there's probably more to the story at least. But yeah, that's probably like the first. Like that was a little bit of a red flag as girls like to abuse that term.
Yeah. I would say yes. Okay. I have very quickly, I want to support you doing more rapid fire questions with people because I think it's really funny when you do. And so I thought about doing rapid fire questions with you and calling it like Friday Fire or Friendly Fire or like Hot Butts because you're on the hot seat or Hot Dumpers because you're on the hot seat.
That sounds gross. It's like
I know it does sound hot dumpers.
Yeah, no.
That sounds more like you're taking a hot dump.
Okay, go. I'm ready. Armand
Right.
says we need a dating tips for Ryan segment every show. We can do that.
Yeah. I mean, you'd really be helping me out if you did. So,
Okay.
and maybe it'd help other people. The viewers are climbing right now, Steph. The viewers are like
making me uncomfortable, but go ahead.
Why is it making you uncomfortable?
I don't know. I'm like getting hot.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry, but this is it. Okay. I'm just gonna do rapid fire questions with you. I know going long makes you uncomfortable, but I think people are enjoying this. I think they're enjoying it.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay. What are you laughing at?
I don't know. I just like hope my dad didn't watch this episode, to be honest.
Your dad's gonna no, you're not giving any like embarrassing info away of you.
I'm joking.
It's me. Are you like worried that your dad's gonna say, "Oh,
no,
Steph, you're working with this weirdo"?
No, I'm fucking around. Just
okay. All right.
I'm ready.
Steph is blushing. Armand says Steph is blushing. Okay.
I don't blush, guys. First of all,
You do look a little flushed.
I fake tan. I don't care. I don't. If I get, sorry, it's a bad. I shouldn't be promoting that, but like, I don't care. It makes me happy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Rapid fire. Getting serious.
Okay. So serious.
So you have to answer these fast, and I'm just gonna read them as fast as I can. I wrote a bunch of them.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Which player is going to cost everyone their fantasy matchups this week? Fast.
That's not really fast of me, huh?
Fast.
I'm trying to think of matchups though.
You've already said it. Jamar Chase.
Oh yeah, cost. Sorry, I was trying to think of someone that was gonna be shitty. Yes, Jamar Chase.
Cost everyone their fantasy matchups. What's your boldest underdog take no one will see coming?
I'm thinking of a player for some reason. I think Tutu Atwell ends up being involved. I think Arizona wins this week.
Wait, say again.
There are two different ones. Player Tutu Atwell this week, and then Arizona wins this week.
Oh, Arizona wins this week. Hell yeah. I already put a $50 bet on that. So I love to hear that. Okay. Is fading the Chiefs this week a genius move or absolute insanity?
Insanity in a fun way. So
insanity in a fun way.
Yeah.
Which
it could be like Kyle Pitts week. Chiefs are really bad against tight ends.
All right. Which QB is most likely to throw 3 picks this week?
Oh, that's a good question. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr, because he's been good, and so he's going to be slinging them.
I feel so slimy saying that after Niles was on. But like,
what's that?
I feel so slimy saying that because Niles is just on and he's a Saints fan. Other than him, Malik Willis, because they're going to force him to pass the ball, and he stinks.
All right. Where were we? Hold on. Sorry. If you had to bet your rent on one team covering the spread, I'm talking your full rent, who's it going to be?
Full rent, Bengals.
Bengals?
Mm-hmm.
Against the spread.
Big ol' spread. Other than that, it'd be Tennessee.
All right. Who's the biggest bust for MVP this year and why? Like, who's already the biggest bust of the year?
I mean,
Herbert?
Were people betting on him?
Not to be MVP, I guess, but maybe to have a bounce back season.
Yeah. I think it's kind of too early to tell who the fuck would be a bust because, I mean, Jordan Love's already hurt. I kind of don't know if you can come back from that against what you're going with. People were throwing a lot of money on him too.
Yeah. All right. What's the riskiest bet that could pay off big this week?
Should I be psycho? You guys want me to be psycho?
Psycho. This is at the end of the show. This is psycho time. Just
all right.
For Steph to say the things you didn't say yet.
Bets and everyone that stayed this long, and maybe we won't start including this in the podcast, and you have to.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. No producer's notes on the podcast. I love that.
No, okay. I like that too. Look at us. You guys want to know his fucking secret? I think the Giants cover the 6.5. I really fucking do. I swear to God. I think the Giants cover the 6.5. I do. Other than
that, you bet it? Wait, no. Have you bet it yet, though? Be honest. Be honest. Have you bet it yet?
Yeah, I bet it already.
Yeah.
I also took them.
Because it's way different advice when you admit that you've already bet it.
That, and I also like Jamar Chase to score 2 touchdowns and Pollard to score 2. But like, if you want to be really risky, like I do think the Giants could cover because I think if this defense does click somehow, they could have Watson in hell a little bit.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Wait. I have a couple more questions and then we'll be done. Which player is 100% breaking hearts in fantasy football this weekend? Like, who has been a fantasy darling that's going to just come up with shit this weekend?
Come up with shit.
Who's going to just be a heartbreaker?
That's a good one.
I have one I just thought of. I have one I just thought of, but I'll let you say yours first.
I don't know. I could kind of see. Oh my God, people are gonna really not like this take. That's fine. I could kind of see Marvin Harrison like disappointing a little bit this week because I don't love how his reception. I don't like players, and I said this the other day, like I don't like players that don't go over their reception total, but then go over everything else. Like something about his involvement, like I didn't love. Like I don't love that.
Yeah.
He did great. He had an amazing game, but it's like I don't know.
I see what you're saying. Like he had 4 targets and caught 2 touchdowns.
Right.
And it's like, okay, let's not get too excited because those touchdowns.
Not that I don't think he can keep that up, and he doesn't need that much to.
Well, he can't keep up 2 touchdowns every game. Nobody keeps that up.
Yeah.
So you're not going to have. He's not necessarily. If he had just 4 catches without the touchdowns, people would still probably be disappointed.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with like the Laportas and Kincaids of the world either, but.
Say again.
I forgot. I meant to bring this up on the show. I'm like starting to get worried about Laporta and Dalton Kincaid. But yeah, go ahead.
All right. Which team is the most overrated right now? The Saints?
I'm not ready to say that because I think I do like Kubiak, so I won't go there. Who else is 2 now? Let me pull up this list here so I don't say someone. I don't know why I can't like fully get behind the Chargers. Maybe that's a me thing. I do think Minnesota comes back down. I'm not doing good at the rapid fire thing, huh?
No, it's fine. This is just a spot for you to like be yourself.
Honestly, I think the Commanders are like. I think people still like won't let it fucking go that it's Jaden Daniels. They're in denial about how bad that O-line is, how bad that secondary is. I've said it 1,000 times. You made Daniel Jones look fine. Like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are not going to eat you guys alive. Give me a break.
Yeah. Oh, Armand has a question. Who's your favorite longest reception?
Oh, I'm going to keep going back and back and back to the well with Malik Neighbors until they start throwing some respect on him. Jameson Williams still is like 21 and a half. I've bet quite a few. And I'm sure they moved. I have Diggs. I think it was over 19 and a half. And Nico was 23 and a half, which is the lowest I've seen it since last year. Alec Pierce's was interesting, but not enough for me to bite. I haven't mentioned Isaiah Likely enough this show, but I'm taking all of his overs.
Oh, hey, that Armand. Isaiah Likely.
Yeah.
That's a good one. All right, one final question.
Okay.
If you could bet only one underdog this week, who would it be?
Bet one underdog this week. I don't want to repeat with Arizona. Oh, I can't believe I'm going to say this because it kind of goes against everything I was saying. This is bad.
Let's hear it.
Probably Minnesota. Fuck. Like, I feel like if there is a team like at home, like being an underdog, like I think what they've showed is enough. As much as I am on the Texans, I have their spread. Like if I really like gun against my head had to, I probably would go that direction.
All right.
It makes me sick.
I love it.
Arizona.
If you stuck around to the end of this show,
or if you popped in, I apologize. Like
no, no, don't apologize. This has been great. People have stuck around and climbed back up on this show. We actually have increased. It went like when he got off, when Niles got off it, we decreased the numbers and then we increased the numbers. Like I think people are enjoying this. I think that people love the Stephie Smalls that they see on Twitter, and that's because you're so open and honest and fun, you know. And I just want to goof around with you on the show and show people Vegas Stephie. I feel like Vegas Stephie and
the world is not ready.
The world is ready for Vegas Stephie. I'm telling you, Stephie Smalls Show host has to be a little closer to Vegas Stephie.
Yeah, we'll have to find a happy medium. Like, a good like rainstorm Stephie, not like hurricane Stephie. We'll have to like meet in between, like a happy medium.
Like a tropical storm.
Tropical storm Stephie. We can do that.
Tropical storm Stephie.
Absolutely. Maybe adding back the Monday show. Haven't told you yet, but I kind of am feeling that. If you are still listening, please like, subscribe, comment, rate, review, do all the things, and then join the Second Chance Survivor. And we'll see you guys next week.
Absolutely. I'm just pulling up the outro. Goodbye.
Watch him make it, break it, break it, break it.